Last Wednesday, Harry called me at work. "Tanya, I have to cancel dinner tonight. My parents flew in from Portugal this morning. They want to meet with me alone about something important." I found this strange. He had mentioned his parents exactly twice in 8 months. Never said they lived in Portugal. Never talked about visiting them or them visiting him. He always changed the subject when I asked about his family. That evening, I drove to his apartment. His Camaro wasn't there. I had been paying the insurance on that car for 3 months. I called him. No answer. I texted asking if everything was okay with his parents. He replied 2 hours later saying they were having a long conversation and he would call me tomorrow. I couldn't sleep that night. Something felt wrong about the whole situation. Harry had been acting different lately. More distant. He used to text me constantly throughout the day, but for the past 2 weeks, his messages had become shorter and less frequent. Thursday morning, I checked Instagram. Harry had posted a photo the night before at Romano's, the expensive Italian place downtown. The caption read, "Family dinner," with a heart emoji. I could see part of a woman's hand in the corner of the photo. Not his mother's hand. The nails were painted bright red with ring designs I recognized. I zoomed in on the photo. The hand belonged to someone young. The rings were delicate, expensive looking. Harry's mother would be in her 50s. This was a younger woman's hand. I had seen these exact rings before, but I couldn't remember where. That afternoon, I went through Harry's Instagram more carefully. I found photos from last year before we started dating. In several of them, he was with a blonde woman named Stella. Her account was public. I scrolled through her recent posts and recognized the rings immediately. She was wearing them in multiple photos. Stella had moved to Seattle 8 months ago for work. That was exactly when Harry and I started dating. Her most recent posts showed her back in our city. She had moved back 3 weeks ago. The same time Harry started acting distant with me, I realized the woman's hand in Harry's restaurant photo belonged to Stella, his ex-girlfriend, the one he claimed meant nothing to him when I had asked about her months ago. Friday evening, I decided to go to Romano's myself. I needed to see what was really happening. I called Harry first to see if he wanted to have dinner there. He quickly said no, claimed it was too expensive, even though I always paid for our meals anyway. I drove to Romano's at 7:30, the same time Harry had posted his photo the night before. I parked across the street and waited. At 8:15, Harry's Camaro pulled into the parking lot. He got out with an older couple and a blonde woman, Stella. I grabbed a hoodie from my back seat and put on a baseball cap I kept in my car. I went inside and asked the hostess for a table. She seated me one table away from where Harry was sitting. I kept my head down and pulled the hood up. They couldn't see my face from their angle. Harry held Stella's hand across the table. The older woman, who I assumed was his mother Priscilla, smiled at Stella warmly. His father Leonard raised his wine glass in what looked like a toast. "Mom, Dad, this is Stella, the love of my life. We're back together," Harry announced proudly. Priscilla clapped her hands together excitedly. "Oh, wonderful, darling. What about that other girl you mentioned, Tanya?" Harry laughed loudly. Leonard joined in, chuckling as he sipped his wine. "That pathetic girl? She's just my walking ATM. I've been using her for months while I got Stella back. She pays for everything." I pulled out my phone and started recording audio under the table. I needed to capture this